sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, for
over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear I've weighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it in a sense, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
Hello there, it's me again, it's Steve-O from the Elite FPL podcast, and I'm going to be completely brutally honest with you. I have got 1 hour to waste, I'm bored out my mind. I did a stream this morning. It went on for 3 hours and 22 minutes, but minus the intermission music at the start. It went on for about 3 hours, 10 minutes. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. I just want to quickly pass the time, and I thought, why not speak all things fantasy football? Basically, do a quick 1 hour Rate My Team special. I'm going to quickly get into the chat. I'm going to see who's live. I know it's very, very active at the moment. Let's just name check many people as I can. Ryan Seashan, welcome to the stream. Emilien, Rory Keenan, Live Evil. Jason Costa, welcome. Jake Seddon, Blade Pride of Yorkshire, Jake Seddon. Yeah, I've already mentioned Jake Seddon now. I'm too excited at the moment. Peter Ovington, One Rovers Vlogs, Resi Dezel. Again, thank you for the donation yesterday. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Simon Anderson, welcome to the stream. Daniel Jarmay, no, I have not got on the vodka or anything. Jason Costa, bust out the vodka and the Jager bombs. A lot of talking here about one certain player at the moment. The trend isn't Steve-O on air again. It's all about Pepe, who has clearly officially signed to Arsenal based on what everything's going on in chat. The question is he going straight in your team or not? Who knows? Kieran H, welcome to the stream. FPL, yeah, pitch. Welcome to the stream. Again, thank you for anybody that's actually returning since this morning. Aman Dillon, welcome to the stream. Yes, it's another stream, yeah. We're doing a quick 1 hour Rate My Team, basically. I want to do as many Rate My Teams as I can as quick as possible. Please, 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 get into that Discord. Get live on air. Speak with me. Speak to the audience. We all want to discuss fantasy football. I was funny enough. I was listening to. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to name check these particular guys. I'm listening to the Planet FPL pod. They released their second half of the live stream that they did, and it was their live show. Sorry, more to the point. I've just got live stream on my brain at the moment. Of what they did, and it was absolutely going to be amazing. So Karen Rawcliffe saying, I thought we had to wait until Sunday. Yep, you are right. I'm just making the point that I'm just bored out of my mind, and I just want to do a load of Rate My Teams while I can. I know there is somebody in the chat already. The biggest question everybody seems to be asking me right now is how much do I think Pepe will be, and more importantly, will he come into as a striker or not? Well, we asked the question to many viewers and audience members this morning, and people are thinking that he's going to come in as a midfielder, and a lot of optimism saying that will come in at 7.5, 8.5. I don't think, based on his history last season / the season before with Lille, I think he's going to come in at roughly 9.5. I think the fact that Arsenal are paying a hell of a lot of money for him, 70 million paid across X amount of years or whatever it is, however they break it down, and he's going to go straight into the team. He's in one of the most attacking teams in the Premier League. And I think, 9.5. I think to be honest with you, I think we got another Mane. Mane when he first moved to Liverpool, when he was 9.5. I think based on what I've read and seen, he looks like he could be an absolute fantastic buy and everything. So, so straight away, as I keep saying, I want to just do a load of Rate My Teams and everything. We've got in the chat right now, we've got Jimenez, crying out loud. It's difficult, easy enough for me to say. I'm hoping you got your team up on the Discord. I can't actually see it at the moment. If you want to repost your team, what I'm going to do straight away is, I know I don't normally do this, and I'm speaking at 100 miles an hour here, but like I said, I've got 1 hour to waste. Not literally waste, but I've got an hour to spend with you guys, so to speak, and I just think, you know what? We all go in the hangout and everything in the Discord, and why not just do a live stream? Take advantage of it while we can. So straight away, I'm going to bring up John Magic's team. Now, John Harris, he is the guy that's a complete regular. He did really, really well last year, and I'm going to bring up his team straight away, and let's have a look at it. So he's going with a 4-3-3 formation. Matt Ryan in goal, Wan-Bissaka, Alexander-Arnold, Zinchenko, Rico, Tielemans, De Bruyne, Salah, Aubameyang, Wesley, and Kane. Wow, John, that is a Very, very impressive. If you can come live on air and discuss this, that'd be great. But that is extremely impressive. You got two heavy-hitting strikers in Aubameyang and Kane. You've got obviously Salah to cover the Liverpool attack. You've got De Bruyne to cover the Man City attack, and we all know that De Bruyne is he is a world-class midfielder at the end of the day. You've got Wesley in there for the easy, money saver as the third striker pot at 6 million for Aston Villa. Obviously, a player that we've all been raving about, especially Statman. Kev, that was on this morning. He's been banging on about Wesley a lot. Tielemans, of course, key to Leicester's attack and everything. So yeah, I think absolutely a fantastic choice of players there. Again, anybody that wants to come on live, please just join in the Discord. I'm sure somebody in there can pass on the link. The link is in the description, by the way, and all you got to do is come live on air and talk all things fantasy football to me. The next Rate My Team that I'll do is someone called Puska82, and his team is a 4-5-1. It's different, it's unique. The players are, as you expect, all key players to the team, but seems to be a lot of people in the Elite FPL community are going with Barkley. Is it because of what Dereco said yesterday? So we're going with Ryan in goal, Alexander-Arnold, Wan-Bissaka, Zinchenko, Van Dijk. Excellent defence. Really liking that. Salah, De Bruyne, Sterling, Fraser and Barkley. Taking that punt on Barkley. Dereco thinking that he will be the main man this season at Chelsea, just behind the striker in that number 10 role. And as the FPL Booner said earlier on, could he recreate what he was doing at Everton, and the reason as to why Chelsea bought him in the first place, and as the lone striker of Jota. Of course, Wolves playing tonight against Crusaders. They're already 2-0 up, so away we go. Keyboy is live in the chat at the moment. You know what? I'm going to bring Keyboy straight on air, I'm assuming. There'll be a Rate My Team somewhere. Keyboy, we're going to bring you live on air in a 3. Keyboy, you're live on Elite FPL call-in. For this quick 1 hour Rate My Team special. You've just instantly put your team up on screen. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, my friend. We've got your 4-3-3 up. It's very, very different up on screen at the moment. Talk us through it. I mean, you've got Lloris in goal, Alexander-Arnold, Zinchenko, Wan-Bissaka, Digne, Salah, Sterling, Martial. Nice, King, Jimenez and Holla. So I want you to straight away talk about your Lloris and Martial picks.
Sure. Okay, well, the team is pretty similar to the one that I came on the show with, I think, 2 days ago, with a few minor tweaks, and Lloris is one of them. Basically, I've had Ryan in for a vast majority of my drafts now because it seems to be what everyone's going for. But I just can't stand the look of it. I don't back Brighton to not concede goals, and I don't back him to get enough save points to kind of justify keeping him as a set and forget. So Lloris is pretty much just in there because I like his first game week. I don't really have any plans on who I want to bring in and out, so what I'll probably do is just keep rotating the goalkeepers around fixtures. There's a really nice little bunch of 5.5 goalkeepers like Pickford, Kepa, Lloris, De Gea. I think if you don't have any transfers planned, I think it's not a bad idea just to keep rotating them for the first few weeks to get a general feel of who's going to be performing well, because the goalkeepers don't really need to you don't really need to see how well they're going to be performing before you sort of start putting them in your team, to me.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, my instant thought was, have you not thought about doubling up with Man United with Wan-Bissaka and having De Gea? We all know what De Gea is like as a goalkeeper, can bring in all those save points.
Yeah, I mean, De Gea, I like De Gea as a goalkeeper himself, and I like Wan-Bissaka as a defender himself, but I'm not too sold on United's defence yet to where I would double up. I think you're probably better off in just waiting. And like I said, if it does turn out that they look rock solid, then I think De Gea is definitely a better choice than Lloris in that circumstance. Especially like got Martial, I really don't want to triple up.
What is the reasoning behind why you've picked Martial?
Just because in pre-season he's just looked pretty sharp. He looks like a quality player. His only issue for the past few seasons is that he doesn't play enough. And I think he's going to start playing a lot more this season, given that Lukaku and Sanchez are going to be playing a lot less minutes than they have been for United. And he also looks like he's playing up front in some games, you know, even if it's not permanent. Just every now and then, if he's starting to play up front, that's a really good little pick there, in my opinion. But the main reason I did want to come on the stream was just to show how excited I am about Nicolas Pepe. I'm so excited about this guy.
Are you an Arsenal fan?
I'm not at all, but I'm a massive fantasy football fan, Steve-O.
So okay, you've got everybody's attention. Tell us why Pepe you're really, really excited for. I know nothing about him, so you're going to be teaching about me, really.
Well, you pretty much summed it up perfectly for me when you said that he's like Mane when he first came in. That's exactly what I think is going to happen with Nicolas Pepe. I think he's a very similar type of player. He's really dribbly, he's very quick, he's powerful, and he knows how to score goals. And also, he's kind of like Arsenal at the minute are sort of like what Liverpool were when Klopp first came in, where defensively they're not great, but they're just looking to outscore opponents this year, I think, and that's how they want to get their points. And if that's the case, you're going to see quite a lot of goals. And I think with Lacazette and Aubameyang, and who's the new boy, Cabellos, alongside him, I think that is a really good fluid front four.
So, just a simple question then. Pepe comes in at what I think will probably be 9.5. Is he straight in your team?
I'm really hoping he's not 9.5 or 9. I think that's going to be really frustrating. I can understand why that would be his price, but that's a sort of price range where you're getting into sort of Son territory and Eriksen sort of thing, De Bruyne, and they're all proven Premier League. They've done it before, whereas Pepe hasn't really in the Prem. But with that being said, it's a very easy switch, especially with Son being out for the first 3 weeks, because all it means is you put Pepe in if he's 9.5, he comes in 2-3 weeks, you don't like the look of him, bang, straight switch for Son. So I'm not too fussed about that, but I think he's definitely going to be straight in my team. I think this is the first signing of the window from a fantasy league perspective where you just go, wow, this guy can get points. Like, there hasn't really been a top 6 signing where you go, he's a quality forward, he's a quality winger, you know? It's sort of been like, oh, Cabellos might do a job, you know, this guy might do a job. Haller looks good for West Ham, you know, but this guy's top player, top club, in a midfield position as a solid forward.
Do you think, just a one quick, well, I've got 2 final questions for you. One of them is this. Do you think that Pepe will come in as a midfielder or a forward?
I think definitely midfield. If he's a forward, that's the only thing I can see myself not putting him in, because the extra goal, the clean sheet bonus and all that stuff, I mean, the extra point for the goal, sorry, that makes a big difference. And just the fact that he is a midfielder, like, I don't want to put a forward in that's not an out-and-out forward, you know? Even Aubameyang still gets put out in the wing, so you can imagine where Pepe's going to be playing. Definitely not up front.
And final question before we let you go. This 4-3-3 formation, what is the likelihood of it being that way at game week 1, which is going to be next week Friday?
0% now that Pepe's coming in.
Brilliant. Keyboy.
There's no way it was the same.
Keyboy, thank you for joining us for this quick 1 hour Rate My Team special, my friend.
Alright, beautiful. Thanks for having me. If you don't have Pepe in, it's a mistake. Goodbye.
Wise words from Keyboy there. Very, very excited when it comes to Pepe. How excited are you guys? Let's find out in the chat quickly before we bring in Emilien. My goodness, there is a lot of chat here. Dereco, I've just been talking about you just now, halfway through watching this morning's stream. Surprise, surprise, the Marathon Man is here live in the flesh. I'm afraid so I am indeed. Ryan0605, welcome to the stream there. Vavavu and Boa Rice, it's evening of course in Germany. Welcome to the stream, my friend. Tarek, twice in a day, Steve-O. Yes, that is correct, twice in a day. Like I said, I've got an hour to pass. I just thought, do you know what? Let's just... I don't know whether it was a reward or not, but let's just talk fantasy football with the elite FPL community, and let's get just talking. John Raymond, I don't recognise that name. Yo, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining us. Davey P, welcome to the stream again. I know you were there this morning. Dylan Connell, nice to see you, my friend. Matt Brunton, I'm just waiting for the dream to end and to wake up. Sorry, let's start again. Matt Brunton, I'm just waiting for the dream to end and wake up to us buying Sturridge and said, nope, I'm telling you now, Pepe has signed for for Arsenal. Yes, that is correct. VARR, as Jason likes to say. He thinks that Pepe is going to come at 8.5. What are all your thoughts? Shaban, we're not going to swear live on air, hence why your message has been kind of blocked in a way. But yep, we are live again. It's caught you off guard. I apologise for that. I'm not here to... Well, I am sometimes here to catch you guys off guard to see how alert you are to the fact the notifications going. And remember... the only way to find out about these spontaneous streams is number 1, if you're in the Discord group, that's the main thing. And number 2, Twitter @EliteFPL. Number 3, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button. If you enjoy what we're doing, you're going to get and joining straight away. Marlos Sedilius. Pepe should be priced at 8 million based on everything Keyboy's been saying. I just can't see it, my friend. Myself, my friend. Jas Taka, Stream Machine. Today, yes, that is correct. I'm just going for it. I think it's Chapman. I got De Bruyne in my 9.5 slot now. I think it is best for people to go with probably De Bruyne right now, as he's obviously not number 1. He's a world-class player, and number 2, he's a proven Premier League player. But certainly, I agree with you. Brett Mollison. I can't imagine what time it is in Australia at the moment. But welcome to the stream. I know you were there virtually this morning. Welcome to the stream, my friend. Jash Thacker saying, Steve-O, so sorry I missed the Southern Hemisphere stream today. I had a last-minute meeting to attend. Do not worry, work is more important, my friend. I can assure you now. You can watch any of these streams on the replay. What I do want to say is that the knowledge that you guys are bringing to these streams are absolutely amazing. This is kind of why I like doing these streams, to be honest with you, because you guys are absolutely phenomenal at what you're bringing to the table. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring on Emilien. So Emilien, we're going to bring you live on air. Just, well, as I always say, please make sure that your mics are muted and we can chat all things fantasy football. More specifically, we want to rate your team. So, Emilien, you're live on Elite FPL. Call in, my friend. Welcome.
Thank you.
No, thank you for joining us. So straight away, the first quick question is, Pepe, is he as exciting to you as he is for Keyboy?
No.
Okay. Okay.
Up, no.
Why?
Well, I think he's good, but I'm always wary of French league players. I'm not sure exactly how they don't always translate very well to the Premier League. But I'm sure he'll be okay. I don't have room for him in my team.
Talking of your team, like I said, it's a quick 1 hour Rate My Team special, and we got your team straight up on screen at the moment. It's a 3-5-2 formation. We're going Matt Ryan in goal, Walker Peters, Alexander-Arnold, Zinchenko. It's very similar to my team, actually. Ceballos, De Bruyne, Sterling, Fraser, Salah, Wesley, and Wilson. My friend, take it away. Do you want to tell me about the Walker Peters and Ceballos picks?
Yes. Walker Peters is nailed on. I'm not considering switching him out. I think he's the Zinchenko of Tottenham. He's guaranteed to start the first few game weeks until Foyth gets back or Aurier also gets back from his injury. The BIOS I'm not sure on. He's only there at the moment. Out of my whole team, the only people who I'm not sure going into game week 1 are Ceballos, Fraser, and Wesley. Everyone else is nailed on.
Fraser is a concern for you. Why is that?
Well, he's not a concern, but if I want to upgrade Ceballos or Wesley, Fraser would be the one who would be downgraded.
So you're happy to keep De Bruyne in the team despite the fact he can be a very frustrating player to own?
Yes. I mean, I'll just have to stick with it. I mean, I think it'll pay out and then it'll be worth it.
So why? Let's start again, shall we? What's the reasoning behind why you've chosen Wesley? It's because everybody's now saying, well, game week 2 onwards, they've got a dream fixture list.
Yeah, Wesley. I think I might upgrade him to Moise Kean, the new Everton player, once he gets put in the game.
Wow. And
then
yeah, go for it. Yeah.
If Kean is 6.5 or 7, I wouldn't go above 7 for him. I'd upgrade Wesley to Kean, downgrade Fraser to Barkley, and Ceballos up to Grealish.
Wow, so can you tell the audience, live now, including myself, why are you so optimistic about Keane joining Everton?
Well, I mean, j- just his record. I mean, for his age, it's pretty good playing it for Juventus with the likes of Ronaldo and Mandzukic and everyone there. He's made a good impact, and I think Everton need a striker. They're going to be putting lots of balls into the box for him to pounce on. I see him almost like Lukaku back when Lukaku played for Everton. He's not exactly the same. He's not like a hold-up player, but he's got the physical attributes like Lukaku did.
So just like I asked Keyboy, how much do you think then Keane will come in at?
I'm hoping 6.5, but I think 7.
Wow, you think he's going to be as high as 7, do you?
Yes.
Wow, why do you think that, considering it's, I don't mean to be rude, but not Premier League proven. He is he's only 22, I believe, or 19 or something like, I can't remember. I think he's 19 actually, yeah.
Yeah, 19.
And he that would make him what 1.5 more expensive than Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah, I mean, I think for 6.5, he'd be a bar getting into that Everton lineup. I think he's going to start over Calvert-Lewin. I don't think Richarlison's going to play up top, maybe a little bit, but Keane should have that spot mostly locked down for the season.
Emilien, thank you for joining us in this quick fire round of Rate My Teams, my friend. Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome.
No, thank you. Cheers, dude. There's Emilien there with his thoughts on this Keane that is joining Everton. It's quite a fascinating transfer. According to Emilien and various others that we've had on the show, they are very, very confident in Keane performing very, very well for Everton. Well, we all know who's up next. It's our friend Notorious Nerd. Notorious Nerd, please, obviously a long-term listener to the show and everything. He's been a regular on these Discord chats. Again, if you want to get on the Discord chat, please, just all you got to do is post your team in the Rate My Team, get live on there, and we'll be able to talk things all things fantasy football, and more importantly, your specific team itself. Notorious, before we get you live on air, I am aware that you did post a team earlier on. If there's any chance that you could just actually post it again, so it's a lot more easier for myself to find, because I could be here all day and I don't want to be spending an hour looking for a team. So if you could just repost your team in the Rate My Team section on Discord, it makes things a lot easier. While we're waiting for that, let's get into the chat. Let's see what people are seeing. FPL Boona is back live with us. Welcome to the stream, Boona. Sean Thompson would really like your opinion on Leno of Arsenal. It's Arsenal. Says it all. But what I can tell you is that last season he a bit like not literally like De Gea, but he can get you the saves, and apparently he did put in a lot of saves. So yeah, that's my opinion on him. But the problem is, like I said, it's Arsenal. They concede too many goals. The real Rafa, if Keane is under 7 million, I'll take him 100%. A lot of optimism for this Keane, and a lot of optimism for, what's his face? The Pepe, I've completely forgotten his name for a second there. So guys, yeah, like I always say, hit that like button if you're enjoying the stream. Like I said, we're only going to be going on for one quick hour just to rate your teams and everything, and just answer some quick questions here. VAR saying Pope or Ryan. FPL Boomer's answering with Ryan. I'd go with Pope. But for security right now, as FPL Pitch is saying, I'd probably go Ryan, because Pope at the moment isn't quite as fit. Kieran H. Keane and Pepe so excited if they said as they have such high ceilings. What kind of ceiling is that then? What do you predict Pepe could score this season? I don't mean points wise. I mean, how many goals do you think Pepe could get, and maybe Keane as well? That'd be an interesting question. Sachin Anand agreeing with what I always say. Ryan just doesn't get the save points. I completely agree with that. I'm 100% certain. Notorious Nerd, you need to post your team. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring on Shaban instead, because he's just posted his team. Shaban, you are live on Elite FPL calling for this 1 hour Rate My Team special. Good afternoon.
Hey, Stevo.
Good afternoon, my friend. Obviously, you were on yesterday. so we'll get you on today as well, and get you on every day if we could. Shaban, you've got your team up on screen right this second. It's a 4-5-1 formation. This is nice. This is good. Kepa in goal, Robertson, Alexander-Arnold, Zinchenko, Emerson, Salah, Tielemans, Sterling, De Bruyne, Ceballos, and then Josh King up front. Straight away, 2 questions. Kepa and Emerson. Take it away.
Well, I did have Pickford and Coleman there, but I'm not entirely sure on their defence now, so I've decided to switch them to Chelsea.
Just to jump in there, you're not interested in the fact they've signed this, is it Gambi from Mons? Boas Rice is bigging him up, saying that he was pretty much the best defensive midfielder last season in the Bundesliga, and maybe that could help Everton's defence.
Yeah, I did have a look at him. But he's coming from a different league. He might take a little bit of time to adjust to the team and things like that. So I don't want to, take any bets on that just yet. See how he adjusts to the Premier League.
Yeah, absolutely.
And their central defence is looking pretty poor at the moment. They've got Mason Holgate and I think it's Gibson. I think they're playing there at the moment, and they're both 4.5 in the game. So I don't know. I'm not too sure about that.
Okay, but you were just saying about Kepa and Emerson, and the reasoning is as to why you brought them in.
Sorry, what was that, Stephen?
Kepa and Emerson, you were just saying about why you brought them in. I think it's a really good option.
I put them in because I'm basically a Chelsea fan, and I was going to, like I said, I was originally going to have the Everton 2 in there of Pickford and Coleman, but I'm not too sure on their defence, so I switched them for the Chelsea boys.
Have you not thought about maybe getting in Zuma instead of Emerson, saving you that 0.5 and maybe upgrading King to... Well, I suppose you can't really upgrade King to anybody, really. So, yeah, maybe Zuma instead of Emerson.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I quite like having all attacking fullbacks, to be honest, in my defence, which is what I went for. Yeah, so I could do that. I have toyed with the idea of having Zuma and things like that, but I'm just going to leave it with attacking fullbacks at the moment. See if any other transfers alter that.
2 questions about 2 different players. Are you excited about Pepe? Are you excited about this Keane that everybody seems to be raving about?
I think Pepe will probably be a bit too overpriced for me to try and fit in my team anyway. He'd have to probably take the place of someone like Kevin De Bruyne, and I don't really want to, considering Kevin De Bruyne's Premier League proven. But Moise Keane, we'll have to see what he comes in at. If he's a reasonable price, I might try and squeeze him into my striker position there. We'll just have to see. I don't know what they're thinking about him at the moment.
What do you think your guess would be at? I mean, I'm sure Calvert-Lewin's 6 million, so you would think, 6.5? I mean, some people are saying 7.
Yeah, that's the problem. If he's 7, I don't fancy rejigging my whole team just to get him in. But if he's 6.5 and he slots in there perfectly, yeah, I'll probably put him in.
You've got this 4-5-1 formation. The one final question for yourself is, as ever, we've got 8 days to go. What's it going to be like come game week 1? Is it going to be anything like this at all?
Probably not, but to be honest, I think I'm pretty close. I've got the core of the team there I want.
Tell us what the core of the team is.
Well, obviously, it's the Liverpool and Man City players, basically. So Sterling, De Bruyne, Salah, Robertson and Alexander-Arnold, sorry.
And you're very, very confident with them putting hence in a lot of bets into 6 players that cover 2 teams, albeit 2 of the best, the 2 best teams in the Premier League. Yeah,
they were run away with the league last season. I can't really see it changing too much this season, but I can always drop them out if things are going badly. But yeah, at the moment, I'd like to try and not have players play against each other as well in the first game week. So I have got a problem with Tielemans and the Chelsea boys game week 2, which I'm going to have a look at. But apart from that, I don't think any of them really run into each other too badly. King being a striker, it doesn't matter if he loses or wins. It doesn't matter. So
brilliant, Shaban. Thank you for your call, mate.
Great, thanks, Steve-O. Cheers,
buddy.
Dude,
take it easy. There we are, Shaban there. Not as confident as a Keyboy when it comes to Pepe, but, Right then, Notorious Nerd has finally posted up his team, And this is the one contentious one which I saw earlier on. I was like, that's interesting. You must have been listening to the stream earlier. So, Notorious Nerd, we're bringing you live on air. Notorious Nerd, welcome to the quick 1 hour Rate My Team special, my friend.
Hey, thanks for having me, Steve. How's it going?
No, I'm all good, my friend. We did 3 hours this morning, and now I did actually see you this morning. I didn't think you were in the stream. Is that right?
Yeah, I was there.
Oh wait, my apologies. I didn't see you.
I just went in. Like I was at work, so I couldn't engage much, but I saw the stream.
Fantastic. So we've got your team up on screen at the moment. It's Ryan, Wan-Bissaka, Alexander-Arnold, Taylor. That dubious pick of Sane, Salah, Fraser. Well. Sterling. Yeah. Interesting. And this is the one that I'm interested in, is this Trossard from Brighton, who we were discussing this morning. Wilson and Wesley. Straight away, tell us why you've gone with this Trossard.
Yeah, I mean, he's proving to be a real, undervalued player right at this moment. Many people don't know much about him, but, he's had a real good season last time for his club, Genk. He was the captain as well, so... And he's been on the fringes of the Belgian team. And he seems to be someone, who's really attacking, who fits in with the manager's who wants to play a more attacking type of play. So I think the manager is going to build the team around him, and he could be someone exciting.
Absolutely. I think for 6 million there could be. Could you see him potentially being that Pascal Gross of 2 seasons ago?
Yeah, potentially yes. He could be similar to Pascal Gross. He's been on some set pieces as well. So, and because their playing style is going to change to be a more attacking minded. So he might do better than Pascal Gross. So yeah, taking a punt on him.
So the reason why you went with Sane is because you wanted Man City cover, because you didn't want Sterling. Now you've got Sterling in the team. Can you let the audience know as to the changing of your thought process as to why you've gone with Sterling and Sane?
Yeah, Sterling is more of a safe pick, I guess. I don't want to fall too behind in the initial game, especially looking at the way West Ham have been playing. Their defense hasn't been too strong at the moment, so easily one of Sterling or Sane could have a really fun time with them. So I guess I'm covering both bases, and I'm going to see how Sane performs. He's going to surely start the season, I feel and if he's doing well, so unless I could easily switch to De Bruyne or Son later on. So yeah.
You've latched onto the what I'm calling the Jason Wan-Bissaka bandwagon. Tell us why you've gone with Wan-Bissaka. Is it because of the Discord group and the fact that someone like Jason has been banging on about the fact how well he's been playing, plus everybody else has been saying how well he's been playing?
Not necessarily based on everyone else's opinion. It's just because of last season, how well he played, keeping 12 clean sheets for Palace, as well as the preseason, how it's gone. Yeah, I guess, yes.
Wow.
Palace had 12 clean sheets under him. So, I mean, you expect he could at least match similar amount at United with a better team. So, it'll be a good value. He does that. And preseason has been, he's been looking good in preseason as well. United have conceded, I guess, just 1 goal so far. So, expect good things from him.
What I would say is the Charlie Taylor pick of Burnley. I'll warn you now, I actually think that Eric Peters may start for Burnley instead. I think that Sean Dyche will go with proven Premier League players. I think Charlie Taylor only came in last year because of injury to Stephen Ward, from what I remember. And I don't think Sean Dyche trusts youngsters. Admittedly, he trusts Dwight McNeil, but he was just a phenomenal talent that came out the blue. I personally think I'd look at the Charlie Taylor situation. Maybe if you are wanting a Burnley defender, maybe potentially look at Eric Peters, or maybe getting a Nick Pope instead in goal and have maybe, I don't know, another 4.5 defender, possibly. What are your quick reactions to that?
I would like to have a Burnley defensive cover. If you're saying like if there's a 4.5 million defender, I would prefer that from Burnley.
Mm.
Otherwise, if you're saying Pope is the safest, so maybe I will turn into Pope and replace Taylor with Dunk. But I would like a Burnley defender at 4.5 because of the rotation with Villa.
Yeah, I personally think that Dyche will go. I'd prefer Peters to play personally, just for his Premier League experience, and he did actually very, very well for Stoke off the top of my head. Just one two quick final questions really. Your thoughts on number one, what are your thoughts on Pepe? Do you think he'll be a forward and a midfielder, and how much do you think he will be? And the same question regarding this Keane to Everton, how much do you think he will be?
Pepe should be around the 8.5 million mark, according to me. And he should be a midfielder, like because he's playing in a wide position, similar to the likes of Mane and Salah. And yeah, he'll be exciting. As far as Moise Keane goes, he'll definitely come around the 7 million mark, I guess.
Wow.
Not more than that. Yeah, because he is highly rated, and his stats have been fairly good. So people expect him to be the Everton first choice over Dominic Calvert-Lewin. So yeah, I'm price him lower than that, I feel, because he's in a better team.
Wow, very, very insightful there. Just one quick question. I don't know where you're calling from now, but I've got to say your line is a lot more better. So whatever you're doing now is working perfectly.
Yes.
Because
Yeah, I think the weather is good outside, and my connection is much better this evening. So
there we are, my friend.
yes,
Thank you so much for joining us for this quick 1 hour round.
yeah, thanks for having me.
No, cheers,
Cheers, all.
dude. Thank you. See you soon. There we are then, Notorious Nerd with his thoughts on his latest team. Next up, it's Andy from Ireland. Andy, you're live on Elite FPL calling. You need to unmute your mic and your headphones. Here we go. Andy, you're live on Elite FPL calling, my friend. Andy, need to unmute your headphones and your mic, my friend. We want to get you live on air to this quick 1 hour calling. We don't want to lose you. Let's just quickly go and see what's happening on in chat at the moment. I don't know if Rory Cohen is specifically speaking for what's his face, Notorious Nerd. But are you not concerned with your lack of premium defenders? I mean, when you look at it, I know what you mean, but look at the strike force. Or that more to the point, the midfielders of Sane, Salah, Sterling. You've got the main man of Wilson up front, Wesley, of course, and the opinion on this Trossard. You know, it sounds like this Trossard, and even based, I forget who the caller was. I can only apologise, but they were really bigging this Trossard off of a podcast ever. Emilien making the point here. Sane's effort on the pitch has been underwhelming. Only makes forward runs when he's 100% sure he will get the ball. Not a good mentality to have, and apparently, of course, everybody on saying about his attitude on the Netflix documentary that he did. And Nasu, yo bro, yeah, welcome to the stream, my friend. Davey P, Hart could be the point early on. Yes, I did make this point that if Pope is injured, Joe Hart could be, would you believe it, Joe Hart could be that number one pick will be that number one pick for Burnley. Tahir Mohammed is saying that he reckons that Moise Keane will be 7 million plus and Pepe will be 9 million. Sachin Anand is asking De Bruyne or Kane. It's hard to make that decision. Oh, good God, that's a tough one. I would go with Kane. Jackie Connell, with news of Lloyd Kelly potentially ruled out for the start of the season, Rico now looks like the best option of 4 million, although Adam Smith could fill in at the left back if Jack Stacey starts. Well, what I will say is that FPL Boone is very, very confident with Jack Stacey, so maybe you want to chat with FPL Booner for his thoughts on Stacey himself. So just one quick question here. Are you looking at Rory Cohen? Are you looking at any potential players later in the season from the Premier League teams that have moved up? The simple answer is yes. It'd be someone like, off the top of my head, Max Aarons of Norwich, Grealish, the McGinn of Aston Villa. So yes, absolutely. So, let's get Andy back on, well, not back on air, let's get him on air again. So, Andy, you're live on Elite FPL calling for this quick 1 hour Rate My Team, my friend. Welcome to the stream.
Hey, Steve-O.
Hello,
How
I
are you?
recognise those Irish tones from anywhere. We've got your team right up on screen at the moment. And as ever, I always read it out. And it's Edison in goal, Alexander-Arnold, Coleman, Walker-Peters, Zinchenko, Sterling, Fraser, Salah, Perez, Wood and Wilson. And the instant question that people are going to be screaming at their laptops, including myself, is triple captain activated. What's going on?
I just think that Sterling will. Oh, that's the read, and I'm being a bit of a mad.
Unfortunately, you're cutting off there, Andy. What did you say about Sterling? He looks like he's going to do really well versus West Ham, was that?
Yeah, that was basically it.
Well, I did go through his history earlier on. He has got an excellent record versus West Ham. And, I mean, what are your thoughts on not using the triple captaincy in the double game week, but using it in a single game week? I mean, I know FPL Boona tweeted virtually at the start of the game when it was launched about Salah being triple captain.
Yeah, last year I did a single game week on Pog, and I got like 50 points, 40 or 50 points. So I'm a believer in whenever you think the player will play well against a certain team, that's when you should.
Can you remind the audience of basically when Pogba did so well, when you triple captain, and what specific, who was he playing to get the total of 50 points?
He scored a penalty, and he assisted. I can't remember the team, but he got some really good points.
And what thought process at the time went through your head to say, do you know what, I'm going to triple captain Pogba versus whoever it was?
It was basically the eye test, because their form at that particular time and Pogba's form at that time were both aligned, and I just went with my gut, really.
So I'd like to hear your thoughts on why you've brought in Walker-Peters and also Chris Wood of Burnley.
Yeah, I think Wood has a really good first fixture, and he's been scoring quite a lot in pre-season, so that's the main reason I Wood in. And Walker-Peters, I got that idea from Boona. Boona says he's going, then he's a Spurs fan, so that's the reason for Walker.
We've only got you're breaking up. I don't want to get rid of you there. I just want to get you a couple more questions in here. So obviously a lot of talk about Pepe officially signing now for Arsenal. The fact this Moise Kean is going to be joining Everton. Your thoughts on Pepe, where his position you think FPL will put him as, how much he'll cost, and the same for Moise Kean. How much do you think he will be?
Part of that question. So I'm going to say that Pepe will be in the midfield, and I can't see him being more than Pogba. So between 8 and 8.5.
And Moise Kean?
Moise Kean, I would say between 7 and 7.5, probably.
So looking at this team here, we've got 8 days to go. How's this going to look like on game week 1?
Sorry, I missed that. What did you say?
I was just saying about there's only 8 days to go. What's the likelihood of this team staying virtually the same?
I think you're asking me about it staying virtually the same.
Yes, yeah.
And I think I don't see it changing unless something mad happens. But I said that the last time, and I changed it, so I'm not sure.
Brilliant. I don't know why, Andy, but for whatever reason the connection isn't that great. But thank you so much for coming on live on air, my friend.
Thanks, Dave.
Cheers, dude.
Talk to you soon.
Take it easy, mate. There we have it. Andy in the chat there, he thinks that I'm quite surprised at this, that this Pepe will come in no more than Pogba, who of course is only 8.5. So we've got another corner in the waiting room. It's Tanko. I'm going to try and find your team at the moment. I don't know where on earth it's going to be. So if you could just, if there's any chance, Tanko, if you're listening, could you please resend your team, because I'd like you to talk about it. So if you could resend your team in the chat, in the Rate My Team section, that'd be very grateful. But I'm going to quickly look over Basketbora. He has been a regular contributor to the Elite FBL community for a very, very long time. And I'm just going to quickly bring up his team, and here it is. Matt Ryan in goal, Robertson, Alexander-Arnold, Zinchenko, Walker-Peters, Richarlison, Fraser, Salah, Sterling, Townsend, Wilson. Well, what I can say is that you've got pretty much every single player that represents their team that are key to what their teams do. Townsend, I'm not the biggest fan of. How much is he? 6.5? I think if he's 6.5, I think certainly I would say upgrade him to Tielemans or Perez. I think that there are much better options than Townsend out there. Number one, I'm not a fan of Crystal Palace, and number two, Townsend as a fantasy player, no, not for me, I'm afraid. Walker-Peters, of course, as Andy's just said, FPL Booner, a massive advocate of Walker-Peters starting for Tottenham, and while there's been a few injuries at that right back spot, it's there for him to take. So Basketbora, I know you're going to be in the chat at some point. It'd be great to have you on air one day. It'd be really, really interesting to hear your thoughts, and because you've been here since the beginning. It'd be fascinating to hear your take on the growth of this specific channel. Here we go, John Harris, Vince Chapman, FPL Booner. It's admin time. Just a quick one, really. Just a quick plug. As ever, follow us on Twitter at EliteFPL. Follow us on Instagram at Instagram. Follow us on Instagram at EliteFPL. More importantly, join the Discord group. There are plenty of people in that Discord group that would be more than happy to welcome you into the community, basically, and talk all things fantasy football, help you with your team decisions. Also, more importantly, you get to come live on air with myself and Jason when we're discussing all things fantasy football. If you're watching this right now, just hit that like button. Just say thanks. That's the easiest way to say thank you for just quickly doing this stream. Just hit that like button to just say... to show your support, basically. If you are watching the stream for the first time and you're enjoying the content, maybe you watched it this morning and you enjoyed the content as well, but you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. We are a fast rising, growing channel, and next week we have got some big plans for what we want to be doing. So yeah, that's that out of the way. Tanko, you've got your stream, we've got your team up and running, you're live on Elite FPL Calling. Welcome to the show, my friend. Hello, Tanko, are you there? Tanko, don't do this to me. You've put your team up? No, you're not there. Hopefully, we really want to get you live on air, Tanko, so we want to discuss your team. I'll quickly bring it up for the guys to be just quickly looking at for a few seconds. But really, I want to get you live on air to discuss it. But we're going with a 3-5-2 formation. Jordan Pickford, Laporte, Digne, Robertson, Barkley, Fraser, Sigurdsson, Sterling, Salah, and then the two up front with King and Murray. Let's try Tanko one more time. So Tanko, we're bringing you live on air on this quick Elite FPL call-in for my Rate My Team special. Here we go. Tanko, you're live on the Elite FPL call-in, my friend. No, he's not coming on. What a shame. What a shame. Really wanted to get Tanko on, but yeah, here's your opportunity, everybody. If you want to come live on air, just get in that Discord waiting room, and like I said, we will discuss all things fantasy. In fact, Tanko's completely gone now. Completely gone now. So let's just quickly see what's going on in the chat. If you want to rate my team, it's up on screen right now. I'm pretty heart aside. I'm pretty happy with the outfield players of Alexander-Arnold, Zinchenko, Wan-Bissaka, Tielemans, Ceballos, Salah, Fraser, Sterling, Kane, and Wesley up top. Good friend of mine, Simon Bellamy. Can I have your autograph the next time I see you on Paint and Pierce? You can get some donuts for me. For me. Oh, fantastic. We're just coming up to the hour mark, everybody. We've got 4 minutes to go. I want to try and get through the chat, but of course it's gone and crashed on me. Absolutely typical when you actually want to do so. And this is some of the tech that I can deal with. I can actually easily deal with the chat thing, but unfortunately I can't help when it just completely goes down. So I know a lot of you are active in there, and I can only apologise for not interacting with you as much as I can. I am trying to take as many calls as possible for this quick 1 hour special for rating your team. Let's just see if anybody is in the waiting room. Tanko's back. Let's just try Tanko one more time. Tanko, are you there, my friend? Nope, he's not there, full stop. I'm sorry, mate, but what a shame. What a shame. Could have got his views on that specific 352, especially the Glenn Murray pick. That would have been interesting. Fast Air saying that he's not convinced on Ceballos. Please explain as to why you're not convinced by Ceballos, but you are interested in Origi ahead of Wesley. Interesting. FPL Penguin, go Steve-O, go. Yes, I'm back for just 4 more minutes. So if anybody wants to quickly join in the Discord and talk all things fantasy football, their team specifically, by all means you join in and we can get chatting with you. But everything's going quiet. So what I'm going to have to do is, as you quickly pop up, I'm going to be chatting away. Stephen H is saying Everton have a new centre, a defensive midfielder that could help with their defence. Yeah, we spoke about that a few minutes ago. I completely agree. I'm wondering if that is going to be the case with Everton now that they've sold Gay, but they've actually brought in this particular Fast there, making a point about Fabianski being a great option for game week 1. Kiparitic, TAA, the king of free kicks. Yes, of course, we saw what he did last season. The real Rafa, why Ceballos and Wesley? The simple answer is I've been persuaded by our great community in the Discord group. There were various people specifically from yesterday. Dino and Stein were talking about Ceballos in a lot of depth, and I thought, do you know what? He sounds like the player for me. He's playing specifically for a attacking team, and the fact that this Pepe's now joined, it's going to be big. What was that? Kipratic saying that he's watching from Kenya. Wow, good lord. Be fascinated to know how you're watching this. What kind of format you're watching? Was it a laptop, an iPad, a mobile phone? I mean, who knows? And my pick for Wesley is quite simply FPL Boona. Persuaded me with the fact that simply put, his fixtures, or Aston Villa's fixtures, turned for the good. We've only got 20 seconds left, everybody, for this quick 1 hour stream, and then once that 20 seconds hits, I'm going to be calling it a day. I'm going to be going through the admin and everything, so that'll be the end of that particular one. So if you want to get any questions in quickly, then Vince Chapman, if you don't like the video, you will get a red arrow in game week 1. Yep, that'll be karma. I got two red arrows. I got 2 dislikes earlier. Ooh. Anurag, do you think Pepe will start alongside Aubameyang if he's not injured and everything? I think he may be given time off. I think potentially he could be given some time off and then maybe come in game week 2, game week 3 if possible. Pundy, if you had to pick Kevin De Bruyne, Aguero, or Kevin De Bruyne, well, basically, in other words, Aguero and Kane, who would I go with? Oh, it's such a tough one. Aguero. And I'll give you my reasoning as to why. It's because Aguero's got I personally think, a better points potential than Kane. If I could find that 1 million to bring in Aguero, I would get him in instead. Right, guys, that's an hour up. In fact, I'm 30 seconds over the hour. Ooh. That was absolutely fantastic. That was a great stream. It was just one quick hour. I hope you enjoyed it. I've personally enjoyed it myself. Like I said, I just thought, you know what? Let's just quickly talk some fantasy football with you guys, show you respect, and away we go. So here we go. Here's the admin. if you like the video, hit the like button. Quite simple, really. This content keeps coming on a regular basis. This actually is the last day that I'll be streaming for 2 days. There's a bit of clickbait in there. Maybe I could put that in the title. Steve-O quits fantasy football podcasting. Yeah, that will get some coverage. But no, in all seriousness, we're back on Sunday. Get this in your diary, everybody. Sunday, 6 p.m. Myself and Jason will be doing your community team. So the Elite FPL community team that you guys are going to be wanting to represent. We're going to be doing a draft selection on Sunday. So come along at 6 p.m. We basically be going live virtually once the Community Shield finishes, basically, so we can discuss that as well. Twitter at EliteFPL if you want to follow us on there, at EliteFPL on Instagram as well. We are more active on Twitter, I'm not going to lie. I think that's where most people get most of their information on. But more importantly, like I always say, get on that Discord group. Link is in the description. If not, I'm sure someone can post a link in there. If you want to come live on there, it's the only way you can do it, by coming on the Discord group. Other than that, I'm calling it a night. I now have to go away and, speak with Jason, basically. I'll say hello to Jason from you lot, and... Sultan Saeed, damn, I missed the stream today. Literally just joined. Yeah, sorry. FPL Boona, sorry to see you leave. Right, I'm done. Thank you so much for joining me for that quick 1 hour. It was great. Thank you so much, and see you later.